Enumeration option is set to off.
It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense takes the field to start this game off. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the move, it's Durham. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
And the Tigers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They got the ball. Great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Quarterback just threw that one wide. Might have been bothered that the defender was going to try to undercut that route and pick it off.
Yeah, and those out routes, remember, you're throwing all the way towards the sideline, so it's a longer throw. And you're right, if you miss short, Reese, that DB gets to take it, collect it, and go back to the house the other direction. So you definitely want to miss long, but I just wouldn't say that long.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Gibson. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Finds his man. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48. It's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football, early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Looking to throw again. Grab near the marker is White. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Off play action on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Thomas. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The play action fake. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Dropping back, it's Holstein. The quick out. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that guy.
Well, this is a running back that gets stronger as the game goes on, and they try to get him going early on the toss play, Reese.
And if we start stretching the defense sideways, sometimes a little vulnerable in the middle later in the game.
Yeah, and that might open an opportunity for a play action. Maybe fake the toss and see if you can get a tight end or a slot receiver down the middle of the field.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Holstein. Quick completion on the out route. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Durham. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain and will be stopped for the end of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wants to go up top. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Tigers! Fired in from the red zone for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost it.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 flash today. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to SMU. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Gets it out fast. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. And the Dogs come to the line in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down. The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. To the air, it's Stockton. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Georgia lining up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical, and then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Making side adjustments here. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Got his man! And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Georgia going up tempo. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. They get to the line quickly. To the air, it's Stockton. Over the middle, it's White. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Dogs need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Offense changing the play. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass, it's Holstein. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. So the decision. Made, and the coach will take the penalty. The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air on first down. It's caught. All by himself down the middle. The 30. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it in.
Unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Holstein. Got the quick pass. And just a short, safe pass play to pick up a few.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Line getting set on second down. They'll run the toss. Running into the open space. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very... game.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Oh, what a caught. Nice pickup. Gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock.
I love this defense being ready at the end of the half, playing the 2-minute situation beautifully, forcing the turnover here now, a chance to break this tie, get some points. Nice execution by this defense late in the first half.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Never a doubt. They'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football harder out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Looking downfield, it's Holstein. That's reeled in. It's Durham. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Wants to throw on first down. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Trying to get the corner. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Georgia comes quickly to the line. They'll try the run. Slithers into space. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He wants to change this route. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And yeah, that's that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Back to pass, it's Holstein. Makes the grab, it's Durham. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's Durham. Not much running room there thanks to this senior.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than...
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. They'll go to the toss. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. The Bulldogs are in the hurry-up. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this 3rd period. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. To throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the big fella. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Wide open downfield. How about... this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
The Dogs haven't just been hungry, they've been famished. They have just eaten up this offense all day.
Everything they've tried to do hasn't worked. This defense, not only are they well organized, not only are they talented, they're well coached, they listen, they play so hard, they don't give you a thing.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this.
It's picked off, and that's number 10.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
The number one goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best in the nation. He's had zero impact in this game.
Short pass to the tight end. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points, and now they get the first down. You don't.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Dropping back, it's Stockton. The throw to the outside is complete. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, Dave.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Just a short return. Been icing on the cake. They've got it first down.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, we're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, it ends up in the hands of the DB. Nice job by the defense.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.